Sounds good.
August 24th, 2025. It's still raining and it's still dreary on a Sunday afternoon. I'm Jason.
And I'm Laurie.
And we're back with another husband and wife edition of the Very Terrible Podcast. And Laurie has her cup, her Minnie Mouse cup.
Quirksicle cup, yeah.
Her Quirksicle Minnie Mouse cup. And the funny part is when we go and listen to the audio again, you're going to hear clinkety, clinkety, clink.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's what we do. We don't edit, and it's going to be part of the show because that's what we do.
Yep.
So go ahead.
I was just going to say it's been raining for 2 days.
Yes, it has
2
been.
days. And this was the weekend I wanted to go to the lagoon. We were going to go yesterday.
So what is the name of the lagoon for the people that don't know? You can use
Brightwater, I think. Mm-hmm. I haven't been there, but I wanted to go. And yeah, then it was pouring all day yesterday and then today. Except when I looked Friday night, I knew it was going to rain. But I thought it was going to be like off and on, like a few hours with no rain. And then, my gosh, it's been pouring. And I went out yesterday with the kids. But today I figured, I'm going to stay home.
Yeah, Brightwater Lagoon in North Fort Myers. Mm-hmm. So a very interesting idea. They took an area that I have always known to be swampland. And once weather like this comes through, I'm very interested to see how they handle it. Oh, we have our resident fan,
dog.
Budsy, who has his own audio challenge today.
So we have the doors shut for better sound quality.
Yes.
And the dog, if we would have left him on the outside, he would have been scratching to come in. So we left him in here, but as you could hear, he's scratching on his... What is that thing?
It's not a rawhide. It's a rawhide.
Yeah, it's like fake rawhide,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway. And
this is it. This is our family. So. If you ever want to be part of the family, this is it. It's completely uncut, and this is what we do. So he's attacking his bones.
He's going to another bone now. Has he been on camera before?
On the live feed. He's been on the live feed. Yeah, because he would go up to the back of the window and all that. The live feed faces the other way. So I'm sitting at the computer behind this door, and then the other side of the room is vision. So if you go to YouTube and look under live feeds, there's 2 of them in there, and Budsy is definitely in one where he goes up to the window and wants to bark at somebody. And
he'll probably do that while we're on here.
We can only hope.
And speaking of those doors, for those who can see, not just the audio, my office space is in there where I work. When I work from home, which is most of the time, my work setup is in there. It's not big or anything, but the door's open, and then when I'm done working, I just shut the doors. And
it was the
adios
perfect
work. Physically, not mentally.
No, it stays with us. Mm-hmm. But no, it is really cool, and it's a way to take your office space and make it usable and make it livable after it's over.
Yeah. Well, and if anybody is watching that has recommendations for a new couch, since I've been looking at new sectionals, although we don't have a huge space for it, I'd be interested to see what other people say.
The funny part is we have the biggest living room out of anyone I know.
It's just an odd
configuration.
Yeah. It's the dining room is right behind it, and there's no separation, and then there's 2 giant sliders. Mm-hmm. So it's big, but just a odd shape. I don't know how else to describe it. Yeah. My next house will not have a room like that. Get it? Next house.
Lots of hints about houses over the last 48 hours as it's been raining.
Yeah, except the interest. Well, we're not moving, but like with the interest rates, they went down a little bit.
A little bit,
but not a whole lot. But now with Bella at her school, we're not
not
changing anything with location because it's a decent
challenge.
location for the school she's going to. If we move anywhere else, it would be a different direction, and that would make it
much further.
Longer ride to school.
Yep. So back to Brightwater Lagoon.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Brightwater Lagoon is in an area that I had always known to be like a flooding area. It's off I-75 in North Fort Myers, and it usually does flood pretty much over there. And that's why I'm very interested to see what days like this happen. Very dreary outside, very rainy. Yeah. And, Cape Coral, where we live, is always got some kind of a flood and drainage issue because it's a swamp. I mean, they took a swamp and they put houses on it, and then they get surprised when it rains and doesn't drain.
But it should be, the lagoon is supposed to be fun. It's really, really big. They have like, I think, inflatables or some like type of slides and different things that you can use. And then I think they have paddle boarding and some food trucks. And yeah, would have been nice to go yesterday or today. And I'm definitely not going to go next weekend because it's Labor Day weekend.
No, it'd be a mess.
And well, definitely not on... No editing.
No, we don't have a cough button. I didn't buy the cough
Definitely not on Labor Day. Probably not Saturday or Sunday either, just because it'll be a popular time to go.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. And then I saw like the pricing structure. It's like there's an admission to get in the door, then there's an admission to go to a different area, and then there's an addition to make it the whole package. So it's not necessarily like, hey, you just pay one price and you're in. You've got to pay for specifically what you'd like to enjoy.
Somewhat.
Yeah. Like, I guess you don't get to do the inflatables if you pay the base price or something along those lines.
I don't know.
Yeah. So either way, that was what's coming up. We have, it's been a month since our last cruise.
A little more, yeah.
Yeah.
Month, yeah.
I don't really think we touched on it too
probably
much.
6 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, time flies when you're having fun. So.
Yeah, well, we had fun. That
Oh,
week
yeah.
went quick. The cruise did, not the after part, but...
No. But no, and I kind of feel like in our circle of family and friends, I think we should be the cruise experts. I think we cruise more than most people do.
I think so.
So I think we should share with everybody our tips on cruising do's and don'ts.
All right.
I didn't have a theme song for that though.
Oh.
With Jason and Laurie.
Well, first I'll say any cruise within reason is a good time. So if anyone complains, oh, the food wasn't as good as I liked, or oh, my room, like, it's a vacation, it's a one-stop shop, so unless it's like the toilets are overflowing or there's an influx of sickness, don't complain about a cruise. Like, in the end, it's uptown problems. It
is.
Yeah, keep it in perspective. You know, you're lucky enough to be able to go on one, and then you're going to complain that they didn't have the meat the way you liked it, or the ice cream they didn't have lactose free.
Let's talk about cruise complaints, because we made a few. We made a few in the last one, didn't we? Well, we specifically you. So,
I gave
constructive
feedback to try and get what I wanted to experience.
Yes.
And I did get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
was good.
They're always very accommodating,
Yeah.
if only because they're also held hostage at sea.
Yeah.
And they
but
want to have.
It was good. I had a wonderful time.
Yeah, so it was what, Royal Caribbean? What was the ship?
Wonder of the Seas.
Wonder of the Seas.
And last summer we went on Utopia of the Seas. That was the newest ship that was out.
Yeah.
And then this time we went on the Wonder of the Seas, which was the one that came out before the Utopia, but it's very, very similar.
It's like the same ship.
Yeah. And I remember Laura had said that because they went on the Wonder first, then we all went on the Utopia together, and she said it was practically the same layout. So I knew that from her.
Yep. Laura from South Florida Lift Stations. That's our
Yes.
big time spot. You can see on the bottom of the screen. There it is. South Florida Lift Stations. 332-0041 for all your lift station sales, service, and maintenance needs.
All right. So what do you want to say about the cruise?
No, it's same thing. It was there's that class of ship that Royal Caribbean has right now. So when you go to shop for a cruise, start with what are you looking for, and that'll kind of steer you into which brand you'd like to go to. I think everyone who is young, who is in it just for the parties, who doesn't have a lot of money, starts on Carnival.
Yes.
I just think that's the way it is. I mean, to the point now where Carnival's actually changed their policies because of the amount of partying and debauchery and things that have happened. Yeah. So, I mean, little things that you never think of. They had a portable speaker policy now. Like, I guess people would just bring their portable speakers to the pool or whatnot. And now it's...
Blast it.
Yeah. And now you can't do that. There's limits on the unlimited drink card where there wasn't before.
So people don't get
Too stupid.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
If you can't be a reasonable person yourself, then they're going to have to put rules in place so that you can be reasonable
I think it's a
around
safety
others.
thing. It's almost not even like a stupidity thing. It's a safety thing because if you fall off, they just can't go get you.
Slip and fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had one. I think it was a show that we went to where they talked to us about safety and all that stuff. And they said, if we just took something and threw it over the ship, knowing that we had to go back and get it, It's 21 minutes to slow it down, to turn it around, to go back. It's 21 minutes to take a ship that big and do that. So if you fall off without a raft, without a vest, without a life ring, you can't tread. You're not treading water for 21 minutes.
Yeah.
So they would prefer you not do that. So they limit you on the drink package to divert your decision making into a different direction.
Well, I'll say the getting on the ship was the easiest ever.
Oh, for
ever.
Royal this time?
And leaving from Port Canaveral, although it's a little bit further of a drive than Miami, is way better.
Yeah.
Like, it's less stressful. It's just more enjoyable.
Yeah, there's a lot to that. So going back to the brand, right? So you start with your brand. So you start with either your Carnival. We went to Disney after we were very brief visit in Carnival. I think because a lot of the Carnival cruises I went on was before you and I met. Then we get into Disney, very top shelf.
Yeah.
Very top shelf. For the children who enjoy Disney, it's a wonderful experience, start to finish. You can't find flaws in their system.
Yeah, that I loved it all. The ship layouts, though, on Royal Caribbean, I think are better.
Yeah.
Like, Disney is fabulous. Like, roll out the red carpet. Everything was...
They announce you when you get on the ship.
Yeah, top
Like, you get on the ship and this
notch.
guy meets you in the corner. He goes, "Hey, what's your name?" And they're like, we're Spinners. And then we get, he goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, the Spinner family." And like the whole crew is cheering for you.
That could be your next job.
It should be.
You like voice announcing.
I should. I could be like,
go.
"Hey." Or,
No, the one you just did.
yeah.
Not the
What's your
Mickey.
name? But then I'd screw it up. I'd like, the Balls family, everybody. The Balls family is coming on. Don't laugh at them. They're the Balls family. You know, but I mean, from everything we did, when Bella was little, there was Halloween was one of the ones we went on. She was in a princess Halloween costume. Everyone on the ship, regardless of what they're doing. We had a woman who's polishing brass handrails, stops her day, sees Bella and curtsies and goes, "Good evening, princess." I mean, everywhere they went, "Good evening, princess. Good morning, princess." Bum, 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 bum. You could meet characters. There were no lines. It was just over. I mean, you're going to pay for it.
Yeah, it's a great experience.
Don't get me wrong. You got to cut the check.
If you have kids, I would definitely recommend doing it once.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And then as an adult on a Disney cruise, there wasn't an abundance of children just running around being stupid.
No.
Which was interesting. So every Disney cruise ship also has a hidden room. So I took it upon myself one day. I want to go find these hidden rooms. And the one ship we were on, I don't remember which one it was, but I'm trying to find this way to this hidden room, and it's not a clear-cut thing. You can see the room on a map, but it doesn't tell you how to get there. And this one was like above the pool deck, and it overlooked the pool deck, and it was a piano bar of some sort. So you go into an elevator, you walk down a hall, you go down some stairs, you go through another hall, you go through to two rooms, and it's not supposed to be easy, but it's all within safety reasons. One thing, I go down this elevator, the elevator opens up, and there are 400 children all staring at me. And I'm like, no. And I'm hitting the button. I'm like, no, close. That's where the kids were downstairs in their activities. And they were down below deck having a great time. Mom and dad are up on the top deck, relaxing, having a good time. And it was for everyone.
Yeah.
So it's an overall top shelf experience. So then we clutched it back a little bit and we found like that sweet spot. We did try Princess. Princess was good. It was an older clientele.
Yes.
So we haven't graduated and we haven't aged out to Princess yet. But we ended up with Royal Caribbean, which is just that sweet spot. Young, fun, responsible people.
I like that they have the different sections, like the boardwalk, I can't think of the name. The place where Central Park.
Oh, yeah.
They have Central Park.
And this is this newest class of ship has
Yeah.
it. Not all the ships. So don't go buy your ticket and go, "No, we heard about it on the Very Terrible Podcast." That's not the Oasis class of ships.
I really like that. And it didn't, I mean, I know we were on a ship, but it really
Icon.
didn't feel like that.
Yeah, Icon
No.
class. Icon class.
Okay.
Not Oasis class. Oasis.
Yeah, I don't
Icon
know.
class.
I don't know what the class was, but I believe you. So no, it was great. I will say about Disney, the ships are very nice, very clean, but the layout, I'm not claustrophobic at all, but the layout isn't like open and airy like I feel it is on the newer Royal Caribbean ships. Now, I do think there's one Disney ship we haven't been on.
Well,
I feel like there was the newest
Yeah.
Yeah, we have not been on that. Obviously, Bella's at an age where we're not into Disney like when she was younger. So, ooh, oh my, sorry about that. I just made those.
It's okay.
The whole table shake.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe down the road we'll
Yeah.
do that and see what it was like. But for anyone with teenage, 10 years and up, I would say kids, Royal Caribbean.
Yeah, I said so. Right now, that's where we're at. Royal Caribbean is our best bet. We get a lot of great feedback though from about Norwegian, MSC. There's a lot of great options out there, but it's an inclusive vacation for a lot of people. And you and I and everybody else, we're all on a budget, right? So we don't have unlimited monies. So you have a framework in which you can operate, and that's where you start, right? You start with, hey, I've got X thousands of dollars that I can spend on a vacation, and I don't want to spend much more. Cruising is the way to go. You can cut your check ahead of time, pay for it before you leave, and unless you want something extra or something special, you're not going to pay for anything else. Up into including drink packages. You go and get yourself a drink. I want to have 15 drinks a day. You buy yourself a drink package and you can have all the drinks you want every day. Your food's included, your bedding is included, everything else, your entertainment's included. But if you choose to, you can then go to excursions and things like that. So budget-wise, it's a wonderful style of vacation. I enjoyed the fact that it's very structured. That's something that I always need. So even on our last cruise that we did a little bit of endeavor, we are not normally the, what's the word I just used for when you go out and you do things, the packages that you buy.
Excursion.
Excursion. See, I already forgot the word. Normally, we're not excursion people. This one, we had, well, I don't think we are.
No, we like to do like something, like we did the swimming with the manta rays, we've done the dolphin thing, like we do excursions, but we don't feel like in every port we need to go do an excursion.
Well,
like
and
we get off the ship, but we don't necessarily go to a group activity.
Yeah, and to be fair, I'm not a fan of the ports at all anymore. No. There's not even one left that I even enjoy because they've really, the one or two I did enjoy, they've remodeled them and trashed them and everything like that. It's basically, and this is the analogy I will give is, the ships, they used to shake when you come into port. They don't even do that anymore because everything is jet propulsion. But the ship used to shake, and you'd shake, and you'd sit there in the bed in the morning, and you'd shake, and then you knew you were at port. And I'd go over the window, and I'd throw open the sash, and I'd go, poverty, and I'd throw shut the sash. And I'm like, because it's just these downtrodden islands that their only economy is the ship when it comes in. They've got no imports. They've got no exports. All they have is tourism. And if these ships didn't come in, they would all starve. And they hound you. They absolutely hound you when you get off that ship. Hey, you want a picture? You want a crap show? Blah, 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 blah. And every store is the same rhythm of stores. Shitty bar, Diamonds International, shit shop, another Diamonds International, liquor store, cigarette store, another bar, and then you get off. And it's the same.
And then, what is it? Carrie Loha.
Yeah, Carrie Loha is a store. Yeah. And it's the same thing in every port. So after a while,
that's why it's good to go on excursions. You don't have to,
and to me, I wasn't necessarily comfortable with that. So like, I'm not comfortable with people approaching me in a country I don't know and where I
just ignore them. And I know that might not be nice, but I'm not making eye contact. I'm not going to say no thank you 100 times. I just keep walking.
Yeah. And to me, and like I've got more of a different worldview where, and I'm not even sure if it's accurate or not, but like you bring the kids off the boat. I don't want them getting kidnapped. I don't want to be kidnapped. All this other stuff. So we had this one where we just went to, I do not remember the name of the place. It began with an M, where we went snorkeling. It was an island off of South America, or So either way, we did an excursion and we went snorkeling. And at first, I was really nervous. I was really nervous going into this. I'm like, I don't know. Hey, we're going to be riding a rickety old bus, and we're going.
Tigo?
No,
God, I'm gonna have to look it up.
Go
ahead, keep talking.
So, and we were gonna go snorkeling, and I'm just nervous and worried about it until I got down and I go, oh, here's your Royal Caribbean ticket for your specific excursion. Here is the group of 60 people you're going with. Here is the person who's going to go with you the whole time. Here is the crew and I'm like, oh, there was contact, and for me,
Roatan.
Yeah, that does not begin with M. So Roatan. Which is in the Honduras, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what
so, and that was very, very cool. And we actually got to snorkel in front of Floyd Merriweather's house in the most beautiful coral reef I think I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, to go through and yeah, you pay a little extra for it, but it was a very good day. It was very safe. I got to see, they drove through the poor section of the island, and I'm telling you what, you can be as mad as the Port of Miami as you want, but you will kiss the ground when you come back, when you have to go through some of these countries and some of the areas that, for things as Americans, we take for granted.
How about there was like and this is not an exaggeration, there was one lady on a scooter.
Yes.
Like an electric scooter, one child in front of her and 2 children behind her, all on one scooter with no helmets, but they all had on school uniforms. And when the children that we did see, and I guess that must just be a requirement for most of the schools where we were driving through, they all had uniforms on.
Yeah.
Like nice uniforms, not like a polo, like a starch ironed white shirt with a pleated skirt or like a little tie. And I thought, oh my gosh,
it was weird how, like I said, there's such a polarity between, the building and the structures are all beat up. There's very limited.
It was very clean.
Yeah, it was clean.
Very clean.
Oh, they were actually cleaning along the side of the road as a community. They were cleaning up all the stuff out of the water stuff. And I imagine because, you don't want to have that negative image tied to you, because then no one's going to want to come in. No one's going to want to spend their money. But I mean, these roads that we're on, and we drove on the side of a mountain. Like we were hanging off a cliff. I'm like, oh, this guy pops a tire. We're all dead. Yeah, not at all. But that was kind of cool as part of that cruise experience. Another part of the cruise experience, and this is where we can get into the opportunities for improvement, is dining is very different depending on what cruise line you take. So when you take a economy cruise line named after circus things, like that your food is not going to be as nice as it's going to be on Disney and some Royal Caribbean and things like that, to where then you would have to tell them about this, because this is the part where as a couple there's things that I do and there's things that she does, and when it comes to the planning, that is her sandbox. So talk to them and teach me too about anytime dining, how you figured it out and how you schedule it and what happened.
So anytime dining, you can go whenever you want within a certain, I don't even know what the window of time is. It's like hours long. And you just show up when you want to eat. You may have to wait a little bit if they're really busy, but the whole dining room is just for people like you that don't want to be at dinner at 5 o'clock or don't want to have the 8 o'clock seating every night. But ours got a little changed because they had to give us a scheduled anytime dining, because we had special menu requests for Bella, who's a vegetarian, and in order for us to sit in the same section with the same staff to be able to get the meal like that you have to order the night before, we had like a scheduled my time dining. But normally you just go and you show up. Tonight you may be, if you're in just 2 people on a cruise, you may be sitting at a table with 8 other people. Now, that doesn't mean you can't request your own table. Like if you're like, ugh, no, I don't want to sit with other people. Yes, absolutely, they'll accommodate that. But if you're like, hey, I'm here to have fun and meet people, they'll put you with other people if that's what you want and the other people want. So
on the latest was our Royal Caribbean. That was what, Utopia? Was that the one we were?
No,
Wonder. We had a wonderful crew that was still learning on what needed to be done for certain meal requirements. It was the rookie group of waiters and waitresses, along with a seat that I can only describe to you as in the corner.
We were, and this is a big ship, so we were all the way at the back of the dining room, and then we were in the far right corner, like there was no windows, there was a giant pole.
Yes.
And I mean the circumference, like it was a
structural piece of the ship.
Yes. And I just thought, oh boy, I don't want to be sitting here every night. Like there was nothing, no ambiance, aesthetically pleasing, anything. Like even a glimmer of a window would have been nice.
Something. There was no
a painting on
no
the
natural
wall.
lighting whatsoever.
And plus I was facing like I wasn't facing so I could see people coming in. So that was the other thing too. It was a strange setup that wasn't going to work for me anyway.
Yeah.
the whole time.
It didn't
so
work
I
for
just
either of us.
asked, could we sit somewhere else?
I like how you tell the story. You just gently asked.
Yeah. And it
wasn't a
was
gentle
more
ask.
than that. I had to ask a few times. I had to be a little more
Persistent?
persistent. It was kind of like when you go to buy a car. They're like, well, no, but here's what we can do for you. And then they're like, oh, so does that satisfy you? And I'd say, no, it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the end, we got an assigned section that was much better than what we had. And it ended up, we had a different crew of people from nights 2 through 7, and that was fine. It wasn't about, well, in the end, after we realized how much better it could have been, the second group that we had was much better than the first. But it was almost like they were in training, and that's maybe why they were in the back of the ship for the overflow.
back,
but the
in the
bathroom,
bottom.
but just getting to the bathroom, I mean,
Yeah.
it was, and I'm not exaggerating, like, would you say over the length of a football field to get from the back of the restaurant where we were to the front?
Yeah.
And yeah.
And it's not a straight walk. You're walking in between tables of people who are actually eating dinner and getting around the wait staff and everything else. It was, so that was one of the opportunities for improvement that we had during the time. But it was overall, it was still a good ship.
Yeah.
The whole, and it's the Icon class, right? There's 4 of them, and it's the same, basically it's the same ship, 4 different names. And they have a new one coming out called the Star of the Seas, which is just the same but more. I think that there's a
We'll
bigger.
go on that one maybe next summer.
Yeah.
Unless we go somewhere else.
Maybe Royal Caribbean will see this video and want to send a review.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
I like it.
Yeah. You could have us come on your ship, and then we can tell everybody about it if you want. Even like things like ice skating was really cool. Like you can ice skate on a cruise ship. That was kind of neat.
Yeah, they have the best ice show. The
ice shows are over the top
ship.
good. I mean, unbelievable.
The water show is fabulous too, but the ice skating, it's all impressive. But the ice skating one, I think, really wows you because when you're up close and you see how small that area is and what they do with it and the amount of people that are on the ice at the same time, it's crazy how those people, like, they're so good at, which is why it's their job. But you think they do that over and over again.
I wonder how many jobs that the specialty people have.
I don't know.
Because like the dancers have a job or two after that they get done dancing. Yeah. And that's the thing about these cruise ships. Like we had walked to were you with me, the one where we saw them practicing for the parade? I think I was by myself.
Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh, it was so sad. They had to, these people who have probably been cooking and cleaning all day and night had to stop their day to go and practice the parade that they were going to do with these flags, and had a boat pirate costume thing, and they just had this look of despair on them. Like, I don't know what to do this anymore.
Yeah, that makes me sad, but I'm sure they have to do.
But when you meet these people,
stuff.
and that's what it is. Yeah, it makes you sad for where you are, but then to me, it incentivizes you to tip appropriately. Mm-hmm. And we met a wonderful couple of guys on our second wait staff after the dungeon that we started eating in, and we came up to the higher up levels. And then but to tell them the stories of the kids they had to leave behind, the wife they have to leave behind, I'll see my family in 6 months. I only have 2 more contracts and I might be able to retire. And it's this weird paradox of, it's not slavery, but it's pretty close.
Yeah, they have a choice, but then you think, what's it like in their country that they pursue this type of job and knowing they're going to be away from their family so much. What a sacrifice it is for a lot of them. Yeah,
and then they're upset. You're upset because you didn't have enough creme brulee. And it's like they're like,
again,
seriously,
uptown
I haven't
problems.
slept in 26 hours.
And speaking of creme brulee, which is my ultimate favorite dessert when it's made right, I'm always interested to know what the crew staff eats. Like,
when you scrape your plate.
No, like, what's the quality of their food? Or like if they're from India, do they make food specific to their culture? Or if, I don't know, like you look at the people who star in the shows, their physique and things, like they're not eating off of a buffet with fried chicken. Like, of course, they get to choose what they eat, but like they are catering somehow to them, whether it's a high protein diet, whatever they need. Well, but I just wonder who does all What does their food look like? Because sometimes I would think, ooh, I might like to have what they're having.
Yeah, and their time in the gym every morning. So a lot of times what happened is, now granted I didn't do as well as I normally would do, but I try to get up early. I go to the gym, and then when I go to the gym, the place is full, but it's full of the dancers and the ice skaters and the people that they look really good. I mean, they're high and tight muscle, and and they're not going to the ice cream machine 6 times a day like I'm going to do, and they don't have a drink card, so
Yeah. But, or I wonder, like, if for us, for example, like there was Coke products on the ship. What if one of them, I don't know, like these certain drinks from their country, did they get those for them, or do they only have access to whatever the public has access
or
to?
whatever's in port?
Yeah, but they would have to get off and go buy it
and bring it back. Yeah, I think that's
port.
Yeah. I don't think there's going to be a certain. I think if Coke's the one paying for the license, you're drinking Coca-Cola with the rest of them. Yeah,
well, they're probably not drinking much soda. Those certain types of the people on the ship that are very much.
And to be fair, like the water, it's literally desalinated ocean, sanitized ocean water. It's really cool. Like I said, to sit there and think that there's not these magical water tanks where if you go up to the water machine and hit water, it's literally desalinated. Non-salt water. It's from water from the ocean that's been boiled, treated, come back down, and there it's kind of cool. So anybody at home, that is the way to do it. If you're on a budget this summer, and now the summer vacation's over, and you've sent your little kids back to school, you can plan for whenever the next calendar vacation might be, or start for next year. But summertime cruising is hot. There's a lot less people on the boat, but you will burn your feet.
I don't know if there's less people. No? I really don't think so. Because anyone with a family is traveling the same summer. That's
true.
Because, well, at a certain point, your children, I think, are able to miss some school. But as they get older, it's harder and more challenging for them to want to miss school because they know it's kind of like your job. Okay, if no one's filling in for me while I'm off, what am I coming back to? That's what it's like, I think, for middle school, high school, college age. Like, you still have to get the work done. Yeah. So to go at a time of year when school is in session isn't as practical. So everyone who had a family that wanted to go on a cruise is probably going over the same time we would want to. Yeah. Thanksgiving break, Christmas break, spring break, summer break.
Yeah. And then to the first point that you made that we would wrap it up with, would be which port do you want to go out of? The cruises pretty much go to all of the same 10, 15 places. You're not going anywhere absolutely special unless you go transatlantic or something like that. To be fair, like I said, we have spent our time in Miami. Unless you have a real good reason, we're not going back to the port of Miami after getting stuck in the elevator, which was terrifying.
A horrible experience.
Terrifying for Bella.
I didn't enjoy it either, but I kept my shit together because...
Well, and I knew what was going to happen next. I just had to keep everybody else at bay. I'm like, I've had enough people out of an elevator where I'm like, I know what happens next. Just please don't mess up the elevator.
Well, and we weren't stuck in there like 2 minutes.
And we were
in there like...
We were stuck on the ground. Like, the elevator broke and dropped down on the spring, so you were only a foot below ground level. It's like we couldn't have dropped anywhere. You were already at the bottom.
But I think I can comfortably say we were in there 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And there was no phone reception, so you use the phone attached to the wall to call. Nothing's happening. Then people, because it wasn't just us in there, we were packed in there. We're trying to use their cell phones. No reception. Cell phones,
there was no reception. And then here's... Oh, yeah. So we figure out a way without breaking the elevator. We got the doors open just enough. And I look out this little slot in the elevator. And I said, hey, we're stuck in the elevator. Can you call 911 for us? And this guy looks at me and just goes... He just turned his back and walked away. I'm like, what a piece of shit. Mm-hmm. Welcome to Miami.
Yeah. And then finally...
And then the heroes came. So then, I had to sit there and be on the recipient end of the work I usually do. That was humbling.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. So, so we will not be going back to the Port of Miami unless there is a super deal on a super cruise at a place we've never been.
And we will not take the elevator.
No.
We'll schlep it with the luggage up and down the stairs.
I like schlepping it with the luggage everywhere.
Oh, and the other thing I'll say about cruising, I highly recommend taking your own luggage off the ship. Mm-hmm. This way you don't get off the ship. then have to go into the giant garage-like area
Right.
and find your suitcases amongst everybody else's. And it's so much easier.
Well, then what's the problem when I want to do it?
What are you talking about?
Well, you got to tell them about the times. Apparently, because I must be doing it somewhere different because I enjoy that way. But every time when it's time to get off the cruise ship, I like to, we have all of our bags put together and everything like that. Go ahead and tell them your version of what I do.
Okay. So I would say, I know you like vacationing.
Yeah.
To a point. But I think your favorite part of the vacation is the morning when you get off the ship and come back home. You have the most pep in your step. You're ready to go. Bella and I are still like, oh, let's sleep a little bit longer. And he's like ants in his pants. Come on, let's go.
I
like
want to
you
be
would think
first
he would
off.
be. You think he would be that way, like going on vacation? No. He's more stressed at the beginning, and then when it's time to get off the ship, he has the most pep in his step, smile on his face, grinning ear to ear. He's ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
So, of course, we get up and
We
going
negotiate
early.
at that point.
But if it were up to me, I'd sleep a little bit later. Now, of course, if you take your own luggage off, they prefer you to do it in a certain window of time. But it's not hard. If your luggage is on wheels, it's not hard to pull it yourself. You're not going miles here. It's
Right.
I just think it's easier, and you don't have to put your luggage out the night before. You just take it with you in the morning when you go to leave.
It is. It's so much easier. Now, granted, they open if they come into port and they get checked in and you can get people off the boat, they're very interested in getting you off. And customs has changed so much in the last 10 years. Yeah. But yeah, they start like 5:45. So like at 5:46, I'm ready to get off the boat, and they want to sleep until at least 6 o'clock. And I'm like, oh, we might as well just not go at all. And it's this whole thing.
Yeah, whole
every
15 minutes.
Cruise, every single cruise. So
We don't even get breakfast.
No. We'll get breakfast somewhere else. So when we drive home, I'm the one who has to drive home. So we got things to do.
Because, I so appreciate that you do the driving.
Yeah.
You also prefer to do the driving. And that's A-okay with me. But I'm not unreasonable. Like, I won't ever drive. Like, it's just your preference. And I know that. And
It's just easier for everyone involved.
yes.
Because you like to sleep the whole way back.
Well, I don't sleep the whole way back, but since I'm getting up at the ass crack of dawn, I am taking a bit of a snooze.
Because honestly, we left, it was the Port Everglades.
We had to wake the chickens up. It was that early.
It was Port Everglades, right? So that's in not Fort Lauderdale. That is in
Port Canaveral.
Port Canaveral. So in Port Canaveral, and it's a 3.5 hour drive home. My drive was 3.5 hours. Laurie's drive was probably about 38 minutes because she was asleep for the rest of it. You and B were out like completely.
Well, how
just
could we
out.
not be?
It was easy. Hey, we're going to go home. I get to go see my puppy. I get to go be in my house again. Oh, I get to have a cold beer that I don't have to pay for. Oh, it's excellent. All good things. I have a wonderful life and a wonderful wife. So that is why I want to go home.
Me, I'd stay another week on the ship. Doing
Where she
whatever.
also has people that help her cook and clean. Me. So
It's a nice vacation.
yeah, it is. It's a very
Actually,
great.
there aren't any. I mean, I would go pretty much anywhere on vacation. Like,
We don't. I mean, our vacations are pretty much niche things, right? We do Disney for Christmas.
well, I'd like to do
pension
many
trips.
other things, but
Yeah.
there's different dynamics there. So we cruise more than
Yes.
anything else. But I am up for, like, Bella wants to go to Greece.
Ugh.
And I've told her when she graduates, which the years are going so quick, like maybe that's what we do for her, if she still wants to do that. Maybe we...
Used to be Mongolia. So listen,
She was a lot younger when it was Mongolia. But Greece, to me, that would be a wonderful experience. So I would love to do that with her.
I'm not excited about that. But
Well, you don't have to go then.
all right.
It'll be the
Girls
two of
trip.
us.
Yeah.
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 We'll see.
We'll see. We'll get there, and we'll check in because the podcast will probably still be rolling, and we'll get a couple more viewers. That's something that is. So as we conclude our show on vacations and how to vacation, and hopefully cruising is for you, and you can come back and leave your feedback for us. For the love of goodness, if you can find us on social media, you just got to click the follow button. I think we're stuck at like 30 followers on each one of the platforms. And I can name more than 30 people. I can't figure out why people won't hit the follow button. It doesn't even cost you money.
At this point, even if it's just out of
It just hit like
Sympathy.
follow and then like unfollow or whatever it is. Like whatever makes it so I don't show up in your feed if you're not that interested. But my goodness,
Yeah.
I don't want to buy viewers. That's not the way to do it. But oh
no.
my goodness.
We wouldn't want to do
There's
that.
a lot of things get unlocked, and that's things that there's a lot of things features that get unlocked. Like I could do super cool live feeds and things that if I have over 100 followers, or if I have over certain amounts of things. So, and then I was talking with Dave on the episode we just finished, where like if we get good enough, people will send us things to try out.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
That'd be real.
I want to do that. So
I should make a little list of the things I'd like to try.
we can start mentioning them. Maybe we'll get all hashtags, or I don't know how any of this works. That's where we need Bella.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to add about vacationing or cruising?
I don't think so. When's our next cruise?
It's gonna have to be.
It's definitely
next year.
by next summer.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Well, actually, we could consider, not that you guys would not enjoy it as much as I would, but we can consider the Celta cruise. But
Yeah.
we would have to see the school schedule. The school schedules is a whole thing too. You got to make sure you can fit it in the school schedules and other schedules and work and everything and all real life. You got to fit it in the middle of all your real life.
I'm looking how cute the dog is.
Yes.
He's patiently waiting to have his. I'm not gonna. Well, I'll say meal. He's not real familiar with that word, but he's.
No. DINNER.
Yeah.
He can't spell. He's a dog.
Yeah. He's so cute.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's hit the go button. We did commercials on the last episode, but we are always, as always, sponsored by South Florida Lift Stations, 332-0041 for all your lift station sales, service, and maintenance needs. Call Josh. If you'd like to be a sponsor of the Very Terrible Podcast, jdvtpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hope you guys take a cruise vacation.
And what's the button they're supposed to hit?
Follow.
Subscribe?
Subscribe, any one
Okay.
of them. Do what you want.
Okay.
I'm Jason.
Please. Oh, and I'm Laurie.
Hey, we'll see you next time. Health, wealth, and happiness.
Oh, that's new.
No,
Health, wealth, and happiness?
still recording.
I know. That's why I'm asking. I don't remember you